Hello there. In this episode, the Boomer talks about the manga that he's read, a web novel that he's read, the current gacha stories, and the Zoomer talks about the current anime season with a lot of comedy, isekai, action, and there will be a few rants in this episode as well. On to the stuff that I've read. Up first, I have Kingdom. I continue reading Kingdom, and Kingdom is still a really great manga. And now Kingdom proved that also the, let's say, sequences between the big warfares or battles can be good. Because I expected that the big battles would be hype in Kingdom, but also the stuff between the battles is hype. The intrigue, how the court is structured, all of the schemes that the people are doing, sending assassins to one and another, character development. Everything is going nice and smoothly after 9 volumes. So I'm happy that I have 60 plus volumes to go in the series. Kingdom, the W manga. Could also be something for the other guy here who likes RTSs, because it's a very tactical series with formations and stuff in the battles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Someone who likes real time strategy games should like this one. The next thing that I have is from a show that you also watched and liked. It's about Windbreaker. I'm not going to spoil you because you are anime only, but I have finished a very, let's say, climactic scene in the manga and finished a big arc. And I was scared for the final fight because I thought there would be some fraud alert, some I'd win scenario. But there was no choking and it was handled really well, unlike certain other series. JJK,
Mm-hmm.
where someone fumbled or bleaches as well. So that's why I'm happy that Windbreaker solved this conundrum quite good. And Windbreaker is still good. Miles ahead of Tokyo Revengers. That's garbage. And I think you will like the new arc in season 3 whenever that's getting animated. It's a good arc. You've already seen some setup for it with the tattooed guy with Endo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you will see a resolution towards that one. Up next, I've read the first volume of a web novel. It's called Shadow Slave. And first of all, this thing is massive. It has over 2,000 chapters, I think. And in the physical book that I have, there were 90. So it's going to be a
Crazy.
long one. Web novels are giga long. I mean, Lord of Mysteries has also 2,000, I think, something like that. Was rather close. Web novels are, the big ones are a whole different beast compared to manga. And you need a long time to read those because they are written words, not comics like mangas.
Mm-hmm.
That's why my progress this month with reading was a bit slow, because I needed a week to read that thing because I only always, not always, I also worked more. So that's why I had less time to read, and I filled that time, little time, that I have something big. So my progress this month is rather slow. But Shadow Slave is really good. It's, I would say, a mixture between solo leveling with RPG stuff, where the MC has shadow powers, and I would say in a
Mm-hmm.
bit ReZero actually. Not in the sense that the MC is dying the whole time, but the MC has a quirk that he's always going to end up in rather harsh situations, let's say it like that. So you have a thing from ReZero where the MC needs to claw his way through rather impossible situations, and it's always getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's getting harder to solve. And I quite like that aspect. Also, the world building and power system is cool. It's basically, for those who played Souls games, we are just exploring apocalyptic worlds who ended, just like in every Souls game. And you need to find out what happened through cryptic item descriptions. So it's a mixture between action fantasy stuff and Souls games. which is why I definitely will continue reading Shadow Slave, even though it will take a long time until all of the novels are out in print. So maybe I will read online because you can read it in English on the Webtoon app. Who knows? Maybe I will do that. Who knows? Up next. I have something where the anime was airing last season and it sounds giga edgy, but it's not that edgy. Or at least not that as edgy as you think it is. Its Mistress Canon is devilishly easy. There are some edgy fanservice scenes, and it has the classical, typical rom-com stuff where the demon secretly lives in our world, is eating the souls of humans, then comes the human where she falls in love, and you have some kinda wholesome and funny situationships. It's a slice of life comedy, and it's okay in what it does. That's why maybe I will buy the next volume. I definitely had my fun in reading it, but it fits the definition of fast food that we had in the last episode, or one of the last episodes, quite well, I would say. But as we said in this one, sometimes fast food is not that bad. Someone else can also agree, at least in that term, because he consumes also sometimes fast food anime.
Mm.
So I was in the mood for something like that, so not that bad, not that bad. And up next, I've read a few volumes of a shoujo which is called A King's Beast. It's basically a mixture between an action martial arts fantasy manga and Apothecary Diaries. You have the court setting of Apothecary Diaries, and every one of the princes has a mythical beast besides them. And there are your typical intrigues, fights, and stuff, with a more emotional side that the shoujo has. I've read 3 volumes of it, and I would say all of them are good. So when I have the money, I will continue buying it. And I started reading the series for the dumbest reason. Because the series ended recently and at a conveyor where they were limited edition for the last volume. So I bought it just in case because I thought it looked nice, even though I've never read the first volume. So I have volume 1 to 3 and volume 18. Classical FOMO. Strike
Mm.
again. Bought something. But did not regret it this time. Next, I've read 1 volume of Witchcraft Works, which is also a it started as a typical high school battle shonen with witches. Let's say it like that. I just read 1 volume, so I can't talk much more. It's our MC is your typical kind of dumb high school MC. He has a good-looking witch by his side where witch protects him, and she has fire powers and fights against other witches with different powers. But I liked the art, and it was quite funny, so it was okay. Maybe I will buy volume 2. Maybe you will hear about it next month. Who knows? Who knows? Up next, I've read the new volume of The Magnificent Bastard, a samurai manga drawn by the artist of Fist of the North Star. And as expected from that guy, artwork top tier. And I also quite like the writing from that volume. I think our MC showed some great character. Because at one side he's a goofball. He's a, how are they called again? Kabukimono, I think. They are basically a mixture between delinquents and samurais. They have the expressiveness of delinquents and gyarus and are still fighting samurais or ronin. And he had that, and he also showed some great heart and some good character moments and good character growth. That's why this volume is a huge W, and the series is getting better and better after each volume. So I definitely can recommend it. Also, it's a nice hardcover edition. Hardcovers are always great. So, a nice read, a nice read. Up next, I finally tackled one of the grudges that I had with a specific manga. I finally managed to get Siren, all of the volumes, because this one is impossible to get in Germany, because it's out of print. And in English, there are some sparse reprints, but I never managed to get one. Complete set. But now I finally got it. Can you guess the reason why it's got a reprint?
Um,
The show
maybe
is
new anime season?
new anime. The show is
Anime.
like 20 years old and it's getting now an anime in its fall season.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a new one, a
Not new,
reworked one.
not new one. First anime.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of I heard some good things about the show. A lot of people in the manga community like this one, but it never got an anime. It's a mixture between a battle shonen and a mystery setting. Our
Hmm.
characters are transported into the future where the world is apocalyptic and has already crashed and burned, and they have psychic powers. And they can also use those psychic powers when they get back to our real world. And now they need to find out, how did the apocalypse happen? What happened? How can we stop that? That's basically the premise. I also like the artwork, it's quite cool. Only gripe I have that there's a bit too much of explaining, but it's not that bad because at least I know what's going on and how the powers work in detail. And in terms of powers, you have your normal powers like telekinesis, catching flames, being faster, reading minds, talking to people through your minds, everything that you expect from a psychic. So I would say the first 4 volumes of this manga were quite nice. And I'm finally happy that I've got one of the things that I wanted to have for many years, which is nice. And up next, I need to rant about something. Even though I am not the one who's suffering from that, that are the Americans, but the Crunchyroll store in America is the worst thing on the planet to buy manga now. Do you want to know a reason why? Or can you guess the reason why?
Um. I don't know. Maybe there's not much availability.
The search engine of that thing is terrible. Yes, when you type in One Piece, there come 3 volumes, but that's not the problem. The normal function of the store is you go to the site, click on the manga that you want, put it in the cart, and buy it, right?
Hmm.
To buy this manga in that store now, you need a Crunchyroll subscription and the high tier one. That's dumb.
Wow. Yeah.
That's dumb. Why do I need a subscription service to buy something in your store? Why do I need that? I don't understand.
Yeah. I don't get it either.
Luckily, that's only US, not my problem, but I wanted to rant for it because Crunchyroll is known for being anti consumer lately. Plus, Crunchyroll is from Sony, and Sony and physical media is also a different beast. So now we don't get PlayStation Disc anymore in the future, and now it's harder or not that great to buy physical manga in the Sony store. Do you see a pattern? I don't. Kappa.
Hmm.
And the last 2 things I have are the gacha stories that I play. First of all, Honkai Star Rail story were great again. Finally, after the corrupted Amphobias were. The story focused on the main characters and gave us a good story. A very emotional story. And it has done a great fake out death. Something that most anime and manga they fumble in. But this one was a very great fake out death. I'm not going to spoil for anyone who hasn't played it who or what happened, but it was really great. It was very emotional. The villain was also cool. He yapped a lot, but they made the yapping kinda cool. Because he was coming like, okay, before we fight, you can ask me 7 questions. I basically know everything about the universe. But when you ask me a question, you need to roll the dice. And depending on what you roll, I'm going to lie, I'm going to tell the truth, or I'm going to tell some extra spicy things. I think that's a cool way to spice up the dialogue and make it better and give you some exposition.
Hmm.
Instead of yapping for an hour long, like it's normally. This was nice. Also, the fight was cool, so. A W to Honkai Star Rail. And in Wuwa, we got to a new region. The region looks very nice. And there are some very good looking characters. There was coming the sword woman. She came for one scene. And now everybody is going to pull her because the cutscene looked amazing. And then we have a hot fox lady also coming around. Also, everybody will pull that one. Because Woover character designs are also always W's, the story is always nice, great presentation, not that much yapping compared to the other gachas. I mean, you played some of the Hoyo ones, right?
Genshin and CCC
It's
I played.
a lot of yapping there. Woover also has a bit of yapping, but it's not that much, and it's presented in a better way with actual cutscenes, characters moving around, facial expressions and stuff. Like in an actual game. Shocking, right? But Woover is
Mm,
still the best gacha from the ones compared to the Hoyo ones. It's not even close in terms of enjoyment. If you just want to enjoy a cool story with cool characters. And also the character designs are massive W. And with that, I am finished for that month. If you don't have anything else to add to the stuff that I've yapped about,
nope.
then we can listen now to you yapping about the anime summer season.
So, Mushoku, the Saga of Tanya the Evil, smoking behind the supermarket with you. Grand Blue, Skeletal Knight in Another World, Black Torch, the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, and Slime. This will be the shows that I will be talking about today. Then I will be starting with Mushoku, the biggest fish there. Obviously, I don't watch Bleach, so yeah, the biggest fish that I'm watching out of them. Um, yes, Mushoku. We got some Eddie's backstory with the first two episodes, and now we are back at Rudy with his everyday life, basically. Yeah, and so far it's fine, but yeah, we need to log in because Rudy has now two wives already, and the other one will follow soon. Yeah, so why don't we get a girlfriend then?
Bro, want some pace.
Yes. Um, yeah, but Mushoku is a very great show, and so far from what I've seen, the animations also compare to the second season so far. So nothing new, but yeah, it's still a great show. Who does what this show does what it needs to do, basically. So everything is
It
fine.
achieves what it wants to do.
Yes. Okay, then let's get on to Tanya. And yeah, I like Tanya a lot because the war is interesting for me. Second World War. No, it's the First World War where it's
First.
based on. Yeah. Um, but still, it's very interesting to see an anime character get reincarnated to the First World War, basically. And yeah, Tanya is basically OP and is a mage who can fly in the sky. So yeah, of course, it's fantasy, but it's good fantasy. I like it.
I would say it's more punk than fantasy.
Yeah, okay, then it's punk.
Like magic punk a bit.
And in the opening ranking, which will come later on, it will get a high ranking for me because I like this one and I will go to war with this song. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about with Tanya. So Tanya is a great show and you should watch it because it's a good isekai and a nice World War anime.
I dropped the manga twice. I think I'm finished with that one.
I'm talking to the viewers, not you. I know about you. Um, yeah. Then let's get on to Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, which is a great show. I quite enjoy it. It's a nice slice of life comedy. I don't know, is it also considered romance?
Yeah, not really. A
Yeah,
lot of people thought that it would be romance. It interpreted. Yikes! You know the word,
yes.
but it's not that much of a romance. You can see that they have some kinds of feeling, but it's more like a friendly feeling, I would say.
Yeah.
Or feeling that they have that when they chill, they have a good feeling, but
Yes.
not in a romantic way, I would say.
I don't know about Yamada. Probably a little bit. And yeah, our main guy is Sasaki. Yeah, probably. Yeah, the manager is also nice. Um, yeah, so this anime is also great. But I'm lacking a few episodes. I have to watch them. They are only 10 minutes long, so it's easy to watch them. So,
Now the real episodes are released.
okay.
The 10 episodes, they were basically the first 6 episodes. They were released earlier because it was airing on some different streaming site in Japan. I think that was the reason. But the
Okay.
proper 20-minute long episodes are airing now in this season, and that's why the show's in this season.
Okay.
And you're getting 12 episodes, so you're getting more content compared to the mini episodes that were released earlier.
Nice. Yeah, okay. I will watch them. Yeah, great show. You should also watch it, guys.
Tamaya, really nice. Good
Yes.
waifu.
Yes.
I also
Taya.
like her voice actress,
Hmm. But it
Tayama and Yamada.
but it's still funny how Sasaki doesn't check that it's just one person who he talks to. Yeah. But let's get on to the next comedy show, which you also quite like. It's Grand Blue.
Quite is an understatement, but yes.
And the arc with the Germans was actually funny, but as a German, I feel offended by the Germans. Because if a Japanese tries to speak German, it's as, let's be real.
You mean by the German, not the people. It sounds
Yeah,
like you said the Germans in terms of people, not German in terms of language.
yeah, I mean the language. Because I couldn't understand a word, even though I'm German. And yeah, it should be clear what they say, and I shouldn't have to read the subtitles in order to understand what they are talking about in my language. That sucks.
I haven't watched it, but I can understand. Or I can relate, let's say, like that.
Um, yeah, but overall, it's yeah, they give a nice taste, nice new taste, and also the Karina girl is also funny. Yeah, I like this arc.
Grand Blue is still one of the best at what it's trying to do and make you laugh.
Yes,
And that's what the comedy needs to achieve.
yes, that's true. So, guys, also watch Grand Blue if you want to laugh a lot.
Or if you want to get summer vibes, because Grand Blue is always too great to watch in the summer. That's
Yes.
why last season came out last summer and this season came out this summer.
Hmm. Then next up is Skeletal Knight in the Netherworld, and yeah, this one is a solid isekai. I would consider it a little bit fast food, but also okay. Yeah,
I like the manga from this one. It's a nice series.
yeah, it is. It has some fun to it. You can enjoy it, but it's nothing more than a 7 for me.
Yes, I would agree.
even though the CGI sometimes looks weird with how's our skeleton guy Ark did
Arc.
it. Yeah, it looks weird sometimes, the CGI with him. I mean, he's a skeleton. It's of course there's CGI needed, but yeah, it looks weird at times.
Most CGI looks weird in anime
Yeah,
if it's clearly visible. Let's
yes,
say, let's phrase it like that.
yes. And then to the next show that I will watch the newest episode later after this episode because it came out today and I was working the whole day. And yes, because of the work, I'm mentally drained today, so I'm sorry guys if it comes over for you. Yeah, but today was very draining at work. Like, yeah. Um, but Black Torch. Do you know Black Torch?
Yes, I have a personal problem with that show.
Yeah, for me it's kinda like Chainsaw Man a little bit because you have these Mononokes who can possess humans or turn into humans and kill humans, and you have the office who kills Mononoke, so it's kinda like Chainsaw Man a little bit.
It's every modern shonen after Bleach.
It basically is. So what's your problem with it?
Social media. Because one of the manga publishers always posts stuff about this anime,
Mhm.
which annoys me. Because, bro, it's just a manga which was X after forward. Don't post every day about it. We know that it's getting an anime, which is unnecessary. Why should a shonen which is X after forward get an anime with decent production quality? Can we animate something else, please? And not post every day about it.
I mean,
The
the
same,
anime
the same goes
is
for Rooster Fighter, but that's at least a funny one where it's memeable. I can understand that they post every day about this, but
uh,
this not understandable.
yeah, my opinion is that it's actually solid. It's okay. The main character is a little bit, but yeah, I like the the thing that a Mononoke is inside his heart. It's like Chainsaw Man. Uh, I have to make the comparison again. Um, yeah, it's solid so far, and yeah, I'm curious to see where it's going.
Nowhere. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I don't
It
know.
got X after 4 volumes. There's nothing. There will not that much be happening. It will just be this season and it's done.
Yes, but uh, I will see what will happen this season in the anime.
Please.
I also like the other girl there, uh, which is his work buddy.
I don't know why. Oh, right, I know. Kappa. For certain assets or angles.
Hmm, me never.
Never ever.
Okay, then let's get on to the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. The third season. And the first girl that got introduced, I despise. I don't like her trope. It's annoying. She can get out of the cast, please. But the new one, the American girl, is nice.
Nadia is quite funny.
Yeah,
And
the
the child with cleaning stuff up, she will get way less annoying after she's in the group.
yeah, but still, she's so far still annoying.
She doesn't bother me in the current volume, so that's nice.
Yeah, but
Upstage
Nadia,
like that.
Nadia is cool. I like her energy, her fake American vibe. It's funny.
Yes, she's also one of my favorites, I would say. Or at least in the upper echelon, if I would make a tier list. That would be, by the way, a great idea for an episode when the
I
cast is getting a bit
I
more
just
bigger.
wanted to say when tier list.
It would be perfect when the show is done, all of
Ye-
100 girlfriends ranked.
Yes, then we would have
Banger episode.
yes a full episode of only 100 girlfriends ranking.
Yes.
Um, yeah, but the 100 girlfriends is a great show, a nice parody of the romance genre because it memes all the standard tropes and stuff. It's a good show.
Yes. And very importantly, it doesn't take itself too seriously,
Mm,
which it needs, because if it would take itself seriously, then the show would be problematic.
yes,
But because it's all fun and games, it's not that problematic.
yes,
Because let's be real, if this would be another show, then certain gaps in ages would be problematic.
yeah,
But in a parody comedy, it's not that deep.
yes. So then I will go to my last show, which is Slime. Yeah. And yes, Slime continues on from uh what is it currently? Season 4?
I think.
Yeah, I think season 4 is currently airing. And yes, I the next few episodes will be cinema because we get a lot of action when stuff happens in Lubelius. I won't spoil you guys, but it will be cinema when this stuff happens. So, Slime um, is my go-to isekai. It's even higher ranked in my books than Mushoku, and that means a lot.
Not your number one isekai.
Yes. So, yes. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. You should talk about what's going to happen next week.
Next week, I already talked a little bit about it when I talked about Grand Blue before. We will make an episode about Anime X Germany. So, we will take a look at how Germany is portrayed in anime, how the German language is portrayed in anime.
How the German language is portrayed in Germany is a good one. Good episode.
um, yeah, we will take a look at anime and Germany. What's the connection between there? We will take a look at history a little bit. Yeah. So, if you guys want to find out what's the connection between anime and Germany, you have to check out our next episode. Until
Why
then,
there are a lot of random German attack names.
yes.
Rino Schneider.
Yeah. Until then, have a good time and hope to see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.